What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to another Onmyoji video with ScooterPie666. Today, you know what I'm going to do today? I was looking back at some of my old videos, man. I need to redo some of those. Like, I'm going to redo, today we're redoing the beginner guide. So, yeah, sorry, if you are not interested in a beginner guide, but I am redoing the beginner guide today. So, without further ado, let's jump right in to the beginner stuff. The early on stuff. We're going to cover the early on stuff. Alright. So, first things first. Okay. A lot of stuff happens in this game, okay? And this little dog guy here, at the beginning of the game, he has a lot of quests for you to do, and you're going to have to follow those out. After you finish all those, then you start seeing these wanted quests, but, you know what, let's just start with your characters. Okay, so right at the beginning, you get, okay, so you have people, you have, they're called Onmyoji, okay, you get 4 people, they're like your, supposed to be representing your character. Like, this is the main guy, he's the main story character. Saime? Anyways, so, and then as the story progresses, you unlock the other ones. And then I don't have the last one unlocked yet, but, at least on this account I don't. Maybe I'll jump, yeah, look, you know what, I'm gonna jump over to the other account. I've been playing on my alt today. Because, I don't know, I just haven't been on my alt recently, and I need to get some event stuff. We got all the event stuff on my other account is done, so I jumped over this one. So, real quick, we're going to go over the other account. Alright, here we are back in the other account. Okay, anyway, sorry about that, guys. So, so, Onmyoji, okay. There's 4 of them. You start off with him, with Saime, right? He's the main character of the storyline. He has some pretty decent all-around skills. You can use him for quite a while if you want. Kagura, she's the one I've been using for the most part on my main account. Her skill set, I like it. It seems to me that she's good for fast-moving teams, just based off of her skill set, at least in my opinion. You know, you could see it a different way, but, and then Hiromasa, he seems to be, he seems to have the best attack-based skills of all of the Onmyoji. And then, whoopsie doopsie. And then Yao Bikuni. She seems to have the base effect, CC or effect hit type skills of the group. She's probably the hardest to build, but also the most effective for crowd control. And then, so CC or crowd control means using status effects to control the battlefield. So, okay, so your Onmyoji is like your main character. It's kind of in the back of the battlefield. They participate in the battle, but they're mostly there to support the Shikigami or monsters or whatever you want to, or spirits or whatever you want to call them. So in the screen, the first thing you see is, you know, I'm going to switch to the main girl I'm using. You're going to see first info, which is going to tell you all of her stats, and then next is skills, and this is where you select skills. So the first skill is permanently there and it cannot be changed. So basic skill cannot be changed, right? The other 2 you can choose to swap out for other skills, like that, if you wanted to. But you're going to want to take the time when you unlock new Onmyoji. You're going to want to take the time and read through what their skills are. Now, their skills start off, a lot of them will start off locked, and you will unlock them as you progress through the game and unlock achievements or progress through the storyline, and you will unlock new skills. You're going to want to read those skills and find the ones that you like. Honestly, pick the ones that you like or what you think will go well with your team. Okay, so once you get past Onmyoji, then there is the Shikigami. Shikigami? I don't know, I'm probably not saying that right. I'm probably screwing that up. So with Shikigami, there's a lot to know, okay? First off, all monsters start off as a grade 2. See how all of these have two little, they look kind of like 9s, I guess, down here. Or, you know, see like down in the corner there. They all start off as grade 2, unless you happen to summon, every once in a while, when you're summoning, you can summon them at all. They'll randomly come at a higher grade. Although I don't think I've ever gotten more than grade 3 for... No, I have gotten one grade 4, but it was for a rare. I've never summoned a SR or an SSR at grade 3 or grade 4. They usually come in at grade 2. So, okay, so the grades are kind of related to the level. I mean, they'll always start off at level 1 when you summon a monster, whether it be through shards or through mystery amulets. But the grade just kind of gives you a rough idea of what their stats are. And the thing is the grade can be increased. So when they're at level 1, they can go up to, I think it's level 20. And you can promote them this way. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have done that. I wasn't ready to talk about that yet. Sorry. Anyways, you can level them up, and then once they reach max level, you can increase their grade. Like, for instance, this guy is a grade 4, right? So if I hit promote, instead of leveling up, I would hit upgrade, and then I would have to select 4... Yeah, I'm not doing that, though. 4 other Shikigami that are also at grade 4, and spend 40,000 coins and hit confirm, and then they will become a grade 5. Their stats will increase, and their level cap will increase by 5 levels. Okay? So the higher grade, the higher they can level up, and the higher their stats are. So when you increase their grade, their stats go up. Now, there's a lot more to it than that, though. So you do need to get monsters, whether you decide you want to use rares or super rares, is actually, I mean, it's relevant, but it's somewhat irrelevant. What you really want to do is just get good team synergy. But you definitely need to level monsters up, get them to max level, and then use other monsters that are less important to you, or these Darumas, to increase their grade. And these Darumas, that's pretty much exactly what they're for. They're just junk monsters. These white ones level up easier, so what you're going to want to do is take them into battle with you, or take these ones into battle with you, level them up, use them to feed to other Darumas, and that's how you're gonna want to use them to increase the grade of your monsters. Now, back to monsters. Okay, let's start off with, let's just pick somebody, okay? So this is an attack type monster. The only way you know that is by looking at his skills, and his stats. So that's not what I was going for. So this is Utengo. He's a super rare monster. You can see that up here. I changed his name, but I'll just reset it. It changed there. So that's his actual name, okay? And that's not his starting skin either. He looks like that at the beginning. So, stats, okay? There is attack, hit points, defense, speed, crit damage, effect hit, and effect resist, okay? So, and then next to the top 5, there's a letter, right? There's an S, a C, a B, an S, and an S. So S is like special, like best class, okay? That means they're really good in that category. Utengo is really good in attack, speed, and crit, okay? What that does, it doesn't necessarily tell you that their particular stats are going to be high in that category. That it kind of tells you more how hard you should focus on improving that particular skill. It's a guide, okay? So if it's an S, you definitely want to make that skill as high as you can. If it's a, you definitely also want to make it as high as you can. If it's a B, yeah, you kind of want to focus on it, but not as important. C is probably the least important. Or it's just the stat that you're going to have the most difficult time. You can still increase those stats. There's nothing wrong with that. But you're going to have a more difficult time. It is sort of confusing. But basically, there's two schools of thought. You can either focus on the strong points of your Shikigami and improve those, or you can focus on the weak parts of your Shikigami and improve those. Most people recommend to focus on the strong part of your Shikigami and not the weak part. The other thing I want to bring your attention to in the info screen is the skills, okay? This is where you can see what your monster's skills are, okay? And you want to be able to pay attention. You definitely want to pay attention to these skills. This is how you're going to find out what your monster can do and how to use them. Okay? And then second thing is, you see down here where it says level 2, level 3, level 4, level 5, and it's grayed out. And here 2, 3, 4, and 5, and it's grayed out. Let me just go show you my other one, because I have him somewhat skilled up. So here you see it's grade 4, or level 4, level 5, and level 3. Now, the way that you increase those skills, there's two ways. Oh, there's two ways, okay? The first way is by taking a same type monster and feeding it to that monster, like I did earlier, okay? And I really shouldn't have done that, but I'm going to hit, okay, so I'm going to hit promote, okay? And I'm going to take this level 7 one that I fed earlier, because the cool thing is when they have a skill up on them, that skill will carry over. So I'm going to hit confirm, right? Okay, and her stats increased because she leveled up, but her skill, Club Smash, went from level 1 to level 3. Now the reason it went up 2 levels is, remember, because I skilled up the one that I fed to her previously, so that carried over, okay? So now if I go look at her, you see that she has level 2 and level 3 skills down here, right? So her skill damage is increased by a total of 10%. So that means that instead of doing 100% equal, or one attack dealing damage equal to 100% of her attack power, it now deals damage equal to 110% of her attack power. So skill ups are very important. Now the thing to pay attention to is that rare monsters are going to be much much easier to skill up than super rare or super rare monsters, okay? Like, you notice that this Utengo has not been skilled up at all, right? Not one bit. This one is skilled up. Now, I most definitely am not feeding super rare monsters just for a skill up. If you get two of the same super rare monster, do not ever feed them for a single skill up. I mean, unless you've got like 20. Just don't do that, because eventually I'm told that we will get items that you'll potentially be able to use to exchange for other super rare monsters. Damn it. So, well, if that's the case, then how did I skill up my Utengo here? And it's with something called a skill Daruma. It looks almost exactly like this grade Daruma, except for it's black. It's got quite a bit more black on it, and it's got where the gold is, it's white. So it's like its name is, we'll say, skill Daruma. You feed that skill Daruma to your super rare, it will skill it up. Okay? So that's that, okay? Next, souls. Souls are very, 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 very important. So what souls do, let's just go pick somebody random here. Okay, do I get souls on him? I do got souls on him, but we're not using him yet. I just pulled him like the other day. I'm not nearly done building him. I don't even know what I'm gonna do with him, because I don't have time to work on him right now. I gotta get my support skilled up first, or graded up first, but that's neither here nor there. Okay, so souls. You see right now my stat bonuses are zeros, right? So I'm gonna hit change so I can change my souls. I'm gonna hit type here, and this is gonna list all of the types of souls I have, okay? Now, this dude here is an attack type monster, okay? Let's just go back a quick second. You can see he has an S for attack, an S for speed, and an S for crit. That pretty much tells you he is an attack monster. Now, if I look at his skills, his first skill, sprays an enemy with noxious vapor, dealing damage equal to 100% of an attack, and inflicting one follow-up attack for each layer of madness he has. Well, you say to yourself, what does that mean? What is a layer of madness? Well, you have to look at his other skills. Next skill, madness. It's a passive skill. You can tell it's a passive skill because passive skills can never be skilled up. I want more. At the end of the turn, he has a 50% chance of gaining one layer of madness when attacked, and has a 25%. Okay, so 50% chance of gaining a layer of madness at the end of his turn, and then when attacked, he has a 25% chance of gaining another layer. He can stack up to 4 layers. Okay, so what that means is he has 4 layers. He goes to use the skill. He does 5 total attacks. 1 plus the 1 additional for each layer of madness. And then this skill basically heals him. Okay? He can heal himself with that last skill. It's a long description, so I'm not going to read it. Okay, so with that said, now I know he's an attack type monster. I want to focus on attack, right? I want to make him do more damage. So, first thing I see right here, oh look, this says attack bonus, this says attack bonus, this says crit damage, this says crit, this says crit. Let's see, these ones say hit points, defense, effect hit, and effect resist. Okay. Well, I guess that must mean I want to throw attack on there, right? Yes and no. Okay, you're going to want to really, really pay attention to your soul sets, okay? The 2x and the 4x means if you put 2 of them on, let's just show you here. So I'm going to take this one, equip it, and this one, and equip it. Okay, set activated, right? So you see, I tap on it, it says 2 set attack bonus plus 15%. So just because I threw 2 of those on, now all of a sudden, I have attack bonus plus 15%. So that's on top of whatever skill or whatever skill bonus I get from each of those souls. So this soul gives me attack plus 65, attack bonus plus 2%, and this one gives me attack bonus plus 8%, speed plus 2, hit point bonus plus 2%, and effect hit 3%. Now those percentages are based off of your current stats. So what that means is if it's a flat stat, it'll be more helpful when you're a weak monster, and if it's a percentage, it'll be more helpful when you're a higher grade monster. But in the long run, you're going to want to focus on percentage. You're not going to want flat stats if you can help it. Okay, so now the 4 set for Watcher, the Watcher type, is deals an extra 50% damage against units with less than 30% hit points. Fair enough. Okay, that sounds fairly interesting. So, can I do that? Let's see. Equip. And nope, I can't. Okay. So, oh, yes, I can. I can hit this one. All right. Equip. There we go. 4 set activated. Now you see right down here at the bottom of the screen it says deals an extra 50% damage against units with 30% or less hit points. Sounds interesting, right? Now, there's something that you really want to pay attention to for attack type units, though, and it's you don't want to focus just on attack. You want to focus on something called crit. Okay, crit percent. And the reason I say that is because you see this down here underneath the top 5 main stats. There's crit damage, effect hit, and effect resist. Crit damage means if you do a crit attack, okay, so you have, like currently this guy has a 10% plus 2%, so a 12% chance of doing a critical hit. And when he does a critical hit, his crit damage means that his damage is increased by 150%, okay? So right off the bat, he's doing 150% more damage. So let me just go show you my Utango. 93% chance to crit, 161% crit damage. Okay? So, he's critting a lot. And the reason I have it set up that way is because of the soul set I have on him. Seductress. The 4 set grants a 40% chance of inflicting damage equal to 10% of the target's max hit points when landing a critical hit. So because of that, and it's up to 120% of own attack. So that means that every time he hits, there's a 40% chance, if the hit he did was a crit, that he's going to do that extra damage. Okay? So because of that, I have focused on crit quite a bit and tried to increase my crit. But other than that, even without that, crit is going to be your best way to increase your damage. If you weren't able to get a good solid Seductor set or a Shadow set, maybe, like Shadow is a good one too to go with. It's a crit set and it deals damage equal to, or deals an extra 40% damage against units with more than 70% health, or 70% hit points. So that means you would want, if you put a 4 set Shadow on somebody, you would want that person to be sort of fast so that, and have a high attack so that they could do a lot of damage early on and fast. You would want them to be the first ones to go to attack. That way they could do the most amount of damage. Okay, where was I? So back to this guy. So, the other thing is, the slots, okay? Let's just hit change again. Okay, so I'm going to take all these back off. So, you see how all these slots are numbered? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, so the main stat, or the first stat that is listed on every soul is considered the main stat. So you see how this one says attack plus 65, and then it has a bunch of other stats listed under it. The very top stat is considered the main stat for that soul, and that is the one that increases the most. The other ones have a chance of increasing every 3 levels, but they may not necessarily for sure increase, okay? What do you mean increase? Well, what you do is just like when you're trying to promote your Shikigami, you can feed souls to other souls. And I can, like, I picked a soul that I wanted to feed. I now select souls that I want to feed to it, and for 26,000 coins, I can feed this soul up to level 2. If I just go a little bit more, now it's level 3, and it's a main stat, attack, will go up from 60 plus 65 to plus 131, and the other stats are all showing of the same, but because I'm going up to level 3, one of them will either will add another stat randomly, or one of these will randomly increase, okay? And you're not, it's kind of like, it really is random, like you don't know what it's going to be. Now, the current meta currently is speed and damage. Now, what I mean by meta is that's what everybody is going with. That's kind of like the big thing that people are doing right now. Speed and damage. The faster you can make your team go, and the more damage you can do as fast as possible. Everybody's going nuke. Not too many people are going counter teams or crowd control, although I'm starting to see more and more and more as time goes by. Anyways. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry, guys. So, slot 1, slot 3, and slot 5, the main stat is always a flat stat, okay? Slot 1 is always, the main stat is always flat attack, okay? See, every single time. Attack plus whatever, attack plus whatever, attack plus whatever. Slot 3 is always defense, flat stat. Defense, defense, defense. So, and then slot 5 is always hit points. Plus hit points, and it's a flat stat, no percentage. When I say flat stat, I mean no percentage. It's always gonna be exactly this much added. So what that means is, when you're looking at slot 1, 3, and 5, you want to pay more attention to the sub-stats that are on there than you would to the main stat, because it doesn't change. It's always going to be the same. Okay? This is plus 11. This is plus 11. The main stat is always going to be the same for that grade. Okay? So, the sub-stats are more important. So, if you want to make your monster fast, you better pick something that's got speed on it. You want to make your monster strong, you want to put something that's got, like, attack bonus. If you want to make your monster last longer, you want to put something that's got hit point bonus or defense bonus, okay? You want to do more crit damage, then pick something that's got crit and crit damage, okay? So, sub-stats are important. Obviously, it's going to be easier to tell if you level it up a little bit first, but, you know, don't level it up too much until you've got an idea whether, I mean, don't level something up that doesn't have any stats on it at all that you want, and hope that you end up rolling those stats, except for really early in the game when you just don't have any souls at all. The other thing is you can sort souls. Let's say, okay, I want to focus on speed, so I click this little thing up here and hit speed. It's going to rank them in order of souls with the most speed. If I want to go for effect hit, it's going to rank them in order of souls with effect hit. And it'll give you the biggest percentages first. Okay, so use that to sort a little bit. Okay? Now, let's go on to slots 2, 4, and 6. These are the really important slots. 2 especially, because 2 is the only slot in the game that can have speed as a main stat. Now, speed is never a percentage. Never, ever, ever a percentage. It's always flat, but speed is important. Very important, okay? So, the more speed you have, the better. And what a lot of people do is they put speed on either him, because after you get his get this brotherly bond up to level 3, it also you use the skill, it also raises the move bar by 30% for all team members. Or you can use this girl, who's just a rare, because her bunny dance skill raises the move bar by 30% of your entire team and increases their attack by 10% for 2 turns. So what people do is they put a lot of speed on her. I'll show you my other one who's got a different skin. They put a lot of speed on her because she will go first, and then she can use her bunny dance to increase the move bar by 30% of the rest of her team, thereby giving all of them the ability to move first. Right? That's a very, very popular strategy. Lots and lots and lots of people do that. And it ends up boiling down to whoever's got the fastest one with the most possible speed. So the more speed you put on all of her substats, the better she is. So like I've got, mine's got speed on every single substat. So speed, 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 speed. And as much as I possibly could, I still need to get her faster. And eventually, when I get skill up for him again, and hopefully it pops on the one I want, then I'll use him instead, because after you, I'll show you that in a minute. After you evolve him, his speed is actually higher a little bit than hers, or his base speed is higher than hers. That would make him more valuable to use instead of her, but she's easier to get and easier to skill up. Okay, so the next thing is, so you're going to want 1 to 2, for sure 1, possibly 2 or even 3 DPS monsters. That's attack type speed monsters, monsters that are there for the damage output on your team, most likely. Okay, you're going to need to have at least 1 for sure. So pick somebody you like and use them, and then if you get somebody better, then switch to them instead. Other than that, so if you pick, let's say you pick 2 DPS, like I've got him and him, right? Now you've got options for the rest of the team. Almost for sure everybody is using him, and there's a really good reason for that, because there's not a whole lot of other options. What this guy does is provide orbs for battle, okay? Other than having orb soul set, this Azure Basin, which gives 3 extra orbs at the start of battle. Orbs are what you need to use to be able to use your skills, so they're very important. I'll show you that a little bit later. But his skill is gives the ability to add extra orbs each turn. He sacrifices hit points with trade-off, and can give the team, he can, like for instance, he's level up, so he can spend 20% of his health to gain 3 extra orbs on his turn. So he basically provides more orbs for your team. Again, the Frog Bunny Girl is basically in the team to just give your team the speed advantage. You could bring a healer, like Kusa or Momo. I don't have a Momo right now, I don't think. Do I? Maybe. I think I have one on my alt account. But Kusa, she looks like this in the beginning. I skilled her up. Is a good healer. She has she heals herself on her first skill. She can currently mine is doing 125% damage of her own attack and converting 30% of that into her own hit points. And then this skill is a passive. She restores 15%. When she is attacked, she restores 15% of the attack. And I've scaled it up, so it's now 35% of whatever 35% of her attack hit point heal when someone attacks her. So she gets hit points right back when somebody attacks her. She's really annoying to deal with, actually. And then, although she doesn't actually work in my current Assault PvP team, but she's very useful against bosses and Orchi and stuff. And then, her last skill is an attack-based heal on your entire team. So the higher her attack is, the more she heals. And crit does work for that too. So if she crit heals, it does even better heal. So you can focus on crit and attack for her, and she'll heal your team really well. It's really kind of useful. Other possibilities would be like him for defense. He's a good defense monster. He helps protect teammates. He taunts allies, or he taunts enemies. And that causes them to attack him with a regular attack instead of attacking the rest of your team. She shows a SSR. Vampira is interesting. A lot of new players like her a lot because she's not super hard to get. Like, I've gotten her on both my accounts now. She's really not too hard to get. A lot of people end up pulling her. And she's really, like, pretty cool looking, and her skills are pretty interesting. Her first skill can do a crap ton of damage if you build her right. So she spends 10% of her hit points to deal 120% of her own attack. Okay, and if you skill it up, it goes up to 145%, right? Doesn't sound like a big deal, and she's losing her own hit points. You're like, what are you talking about, dude? That doesn't sound good at all. Well, if you look at this skill, this passive skill right here, damn it, I always do that. I will replay with blood. Increases blood boost damage by 4% for each 1% hit point loss. Well, what do you mean by that? What that means is this skill right here is called Blood Boost, right? So Blood Fury increases the damage she does in Blood Boost. So if she loses 10% of her hit points, this makes her damage go up by 40%, right? Or if she loses 20% of her hit points, her damage goes up by 80%. Or if she loses 50% of her health. You see where I'm going with this, right? Her damage can skyrocket when she gets towards the end of her health. And you're like, well, that sounds great and all, but what happens when, you know, you need her to last longer, a little bit longer? Well, her third skill, she transforms into a bat, deals damage equal to 131% of her own attack, and restores her own hit points by 30%. Yep, her hit points go right back up by 30%. Enemies that have been grabbed lose 5, and then so when she does that, they continue to take 5% hit point damage for the next 2 turns. So yeah, I mean, obviously she's attractive. The only problem is her PvP defense is not real good. So I don't recommend her for PvP defense or for realm defense. But, I mean, if you don't have anybody else, you might as well just throw her in there and just try to give her more hit points so she doesn't die too easy. But, yeah, I mean, there is a lot of potential. I've seen her on a crit, even as, like, a grade 4, just barely a grade 4, hit for, like, 16k when she's toward the ends of her health, and she wasn't even built that well. Like, she can hit hard. Oh my god, you guys. I am so dragging this out. Anyways, I digress. Next, Evo. Okay, I gotta go find somebody who hasn't been Evo'd yet. Somebody hasn't been. I haven't Evo'd him. Okay. Oh, yes, I have. I Evo'd him already? For reals? God. Let's see. Okay, she's not Evo'd. Okay. So, what is Evo? Evolution, okay? What evolution does, I wish I had, maybe I wonder if I got anybody who needs to be Evo'd. Or if I got anybody I can Evo. Yeah, I'm just short on stuff. Anyways, so what Evo does, evolution, is it increases stuff. First of all of their stats will go up when you evolve somebody, okay? All of their stats will go up. A little bit. Well, okay, crit damage, effect hit, and effect resist don't go up. Those you can only increase. Oh my god, you guys. Oh my god. I just totally realized I forgot some major stuff on Souls. I'm going to go back to that, okay? I'm just like all over the place. You see, the problem is that I had a list I wrote down and I lost it. I'm a mess. I'm a mess. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I'm going to finish this Evo talk, though, okay? Evo. Good lord. Pathetic. Evo. So, you need to get this stuff from the Evo zone out in the Explore stuff, okay? As soon as you've got all of these, then you can hit the Evolve button, and like this particular character would gain this skill that's currently locked, okay? And they would gain stats. Oops. Some monsters already have their skills unlocked, and they just get a bonus to their attack or a bonus to their defense or whatever. It tells you right here in the Evo screen what they get. Always want to evolve everybody that you're going to use on your team, okay? Oh my god. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Souls. Okay. So I talked about 1, 3, and 5, and I talked about slot 2 a little bit, okay? Slot 2, speed, right? So, a lot of times you're going to want to put speed, but if you are, if you've got, you know, speed boosters in your team, you probably actually want to focus on attack on your DPS or hit points on your other monsters, right? Hit points or defense, okay? So, your support should have hit points or defense there, and your attack monsters will probably going to want to have attack or, attack, right? So attack or speed for attack monsters, and hit points, defense, or speed for support monsters. Now slot 4 is also interesting. That is the only spot, probably don't even have one, so I've only got attack, okay. Slot 4 is the only slot in the game where you can have effect hit or effect resistance for the main stat. Now, effect hit is for status effects. Some monsters have status effects. Let me see if I can find somebody who's got a status effect. He has a status effect, I believe. One of his skills. Is it this one? Golden Barrage, okay? He attacks the enemy for 44% of his own attack, and each time dealing damage equal to 50% plus effect hit. So that's where effect hit comes into play. Chance of increasing the enemy damage taken for 2 turns by 30%. Okay, so he increases their chance of taking damage by 50% plus effect hit, or he has a 50% plus effect hit chance of causing them to take an extra 30% damage. So now that's the way this is calculated. Let's say, for instance, that my effect hit on this monster was 50%, right? Okay, so it is not like it seems where it would be effect hit 50% plus another 50%, 100%. Oh, it's a 100% chance of happening. No, that's not the way it works. It's actually a multiplication, so it would be 50% times 50%, or 50% of 50%, which would be 25%. So you would take that 25% and add it to the first 50%. So it would be a 75% chance of happening if you had a 50% effect hit. If you had a 100% effect hit, then it would be 100% of that first 50%, and then it would be 50% plus 50%, and which would make it 100%. Confused yet? Confused yet? It's basically a multiplication and then adding that multiplied percentage in. Okay? It's like your effect hit is whatever your effect hit is a percentage of whatever the first number it's being added to. Okay? So if it's 10% effect hit on this one, let's say your effect hit was 10%, and then it's 10% of that first 50%, right? So which would be 5%. Then you take that number and add it to the first number, so it's 50% plus 5%. So it would be a 55% if I had a 10% effect hit. Okay, so that's enough about effect hit. Next is the other thing is effect resist. Effect resist can also be on on slot 4. Effect resist does exactly the opposite of effect hit. Let's say I have a 25% chance of effect hit, of hitting you with a thing, with a skill that, let's say there's a sleep skill, okay, and I hit you with it, and it's a 25% chance, and I have a 100% effect resist. It's probably not gonna work. It's not gonna work. My effect resist is gonna block it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I haven't actually looked up the effect resist calculation yet. I should probably do that. Maybe I'll look it up and flop it on the screen here for you, somewhere in this area here, somewhere. I don't know. Okay, so that's that. Now slot 6. Slot 6 is the special slot for attackers. Okay? Oh, and I forgot to mention, slot 2, slot 4, and slot 6 can all have attack percent, hit point percent, or defense percent. So you just have to pay attention to what you want, okay? If you are building an attack type monster, you're going to want to have probably attack percent on slot 2 and slot 4. But slot 6, there are two things that can go there. The first one is crit percent. The second one is crit damage percent, okay? Like this right here, this guy right here. Crit damage plus 71%. That means that if I get a crit and you have this soul on, you're going to do 71% more damage than what you're already doing from a crit. This is a great soul for hitting hard AF. If you can get your crit percent high enough. Because you got a crit in order for this crit damage to even do anything. Right? So if you have a crit, you can have your crit damage at 500%, but If you only have a 10% chance of crit, you're not doing any good. It's not helping you. You need to get your crit up first. Focus on crit first. Get your crit damage later. Crit first. Get your crit up to at least 80%. If you can get your crit up to 80%, if you can put this soul on, this crit damage soul, and get your crit up to 80%, okay, well then now you're talking, okay? At least 80%. I mean, always you want to get it to 100, but at least 80%. That's my recommendation, 80% before you focus on crit damage. So, again, crit and crit damage are actually slightly more... Crit is more important than attack, because let's say I put... Let's just go over to Tango here. This soul right here. It's an attack bonus percent, right? It's a grade 6, high as you can go. You can't go higher than grade 6. And it's attack bonus, okay? So this soul right here is giving me 55% chance to, or 55% increase in attack bonus, okay? So whatever his attack stat is, it goes up by an extra 55%. Okay? Sure, that sounds good. But wait a minute. This increases my crit by 36%. Okay, so obviously it's only a grade 4, so I would rather have a grade 5 or grade 6 there. But his total crit is 83%, plus he's already got a 10% crit. So I've got a 93% chance to crit, because I have this here. So instead of a 55% chance to attack in this slot, I've got my crit at 93%, which means I've got a 161% crit damage hit, coming 93% of the time. I will take that over. I will take the 161% crit damage over 55% attack any day of the week. Of course, this is actually a much better soul than this one. I just need to have the crit. If I had a 6-star crit, or if I could get, really, really, really good crit substats, because that's what you want. Like I've got a 5% here, 6% here, and none there, 5% there. What I really want is to have 10 or 15% on every single one of these, and then put crit damage here. That's what I really want. I want to have crit everywhere else and then put crit damage here. But I also need the crit. Crit's more important, so I focused on that. Confused yet? Confused yet. So, I mean, in a very early game, you're not even going to... you're not even gonna, you're not gonna have souls anywhere near that good. In fact, super early game, I actually recommend just coming over here to the mall and grabbing yourself some grade 3s. They don't sell them for me anymore, but at the beginning of the game they will. Very beginning, like super early game. They'll sell you grade 3s for 600 gold, or 600 coins, which is really nothing. You can get a few of them that way real quick if you need to. What is all this stuff? Oh, guild benefits, yay. Yep, we'll get to the guild benefits too, because being in a guild is a good idea. Especially you want to be in a good active guild and be active yourself. So, okay, that pack is expired. Yep, somebody's... Oh, I haven't even made a wish yet, so let's do that. So once a day you can make a wish for shards, which you can use to summon later on. I'm not donating those because I'm trying to get that one myself. And then this puzzle wish is just temporary for an event thing. So, okay. So where do you get souls and where do you get Evo materials? First things first. Evo materials. So let's hit Explore. Explore is where you go to do all of your fighting for the most part, except for storyline. Over here, Evo Materials. It's real simple. You're after fire wheels, you pick this guy. If you're after fire wheels, you pick that guy. If you're after wind or azure carp or lightning drums, you just click on whichever one you're after. Okay? And you do the strongest stage you can handle. Okay? I'll just do this real quick. While I'm waiting, I'm letting them fight on auto because they're gonna win. I'm not worried about losing. I'm gonna send points and collect points from and to my friends. This stuff is important. You should do this every day because friend points are important. Yay! Bond up. Woohoo. I'm not sharing right now, though. So I don't feel like posting my stuff to my Facebook while I'm trying to record a video. There, see? So I got some stuff. And then the other thing you can do, too, is pop bonuses. Turn on your bonuses if you have them. Like for right here, I can hit play. And now my Evo bonuses active, and Evo zones grant extra materials. I'm turning it off right now, though. And then, so that's where you get Evo materials. So you go there, you're going to fight like 10,000 times, and then Evo all your monsters. But, truthfully, once you get your main team Evo, you're going to be going there less and less often. Next is Souls. Now, Orchi here is where you're going to go. I'm just going to go do a super easy one so it goes fast. This is where you're going to go to get souls. This is where you're going to go to get certain higher level souls or higher level souls because, well, this is one of the places you're going to go. You're going to want to spend a lot of time here for souls because it's totally frickin' RNG, you guys. It's RNG hardcore. Eventually, you will get the soul you want, but sometimes it will take you a crap ton of grinding. Which brings me to my next point. This game it's like a frickin' job, man. You need to grind, and then grind some more, and grind some more. You can't be like, yeah, man, I went and spent like 300 APs, and I was grinding like crazy up in souls, and I didn't even get one single good soul, man. That ain't gonna work. That ain't it, man. It's not 300 AP you need to spend. It's like 30,000 AP you need to spend. I'm serious. You need to grind a lot to get good stuff. To get the really good stuff, you gotta grind a lot. Because the other thing is you need souls to raise up your souls levels. So you don't just grind and find yourself a grade 5 soul that's at level 15. You grind and find yourself a grade 5 soul that's eventually the one you want after like 200,000 runs. Well, okay, maybe I'm exaggerating a little bit. And then you gotta take the other, 400 crap souls that you don't want and feed all of them to that one soul just to get it up to level 15. And then you gotta drop like, 500,000 coins to do it too. Okay, maybe I'm exaggerating slightly, but it's actually not that far from the truth. So, that's where you go to get souls. And then, of course, Orchi drops some other stuff, too. Sometimes. These talismans, I don't even pay attention to that stuff. He drops a little bit of gold, he drops a little bit of experience, but not much. Okay? Third thing is all of the exploration zones. Okay? Chapters 1... You do a normal, and then later on the hards unlock, and you want to do all that stuff, okay? I just pick one randomly. I'm going to do on a hard, I'm going to go up in here. Now this is where you go to earn coins and experience Alright? This is where you go. This is where you're going to spend a lot of your time also, because you also need to increase your monster's level. See, now I'm bringing this Daruma with me. Not because he's a good fighter. Definitely not because he's a good fighter, but because I need to level him up. Okay? See, right now he's a level 21, so I need to level him up. And once I get him up to level 25, then I'll increase his grade by feeding some other grade 3s to him. But what I do is you come here, you pop experience bonus, and you do exploration zone like crazy, like even more than you would do souls. And like none of these, okay, like this guy has an experience bonus. Float, like that little symbol floating around him is an experience bonus. The little coin is a gold coin bonus. And then the Daruma floating around is I don't even know what that is. What is that? The Daruma floating around the guy? I don't remember. I don't even pay attention to that one. I don't know why. Probably like means better chance for items or something, I suppose. Now you also notice that they drop these, Realm Raid Challenge Pass, and Souls. But the Souls they drop are not very good. Not very good at all. They're like grade 1 or grade 2, occasionally a grade 3, or maybe a grade 4 once in a while. Oh look, I found the boss already. I'm going to fight the boss and that's going to clear the zone. But you need to do this in order to level up your monsters or to level up your fodder that you use to feed to increase the grade of your monsters. And you need to focus hardcore on that, because making a grade 6 monster is hard AF. Like seriously guys, it is a lot of grinding. Like it took me 3 weeks of heavy grinding and focusing on exploration zones and bringing like one attacker and nothing but Darumas with me for like 3 straight weeks. It felt like forever. It like literally felt like forever in order to make one grade 6. It wasn't forever, but it felt like it. Yay. Ooh, look at that. I got 2 Kamatachi shards. Yay. AP Bento. Free APs. I will take the APs. I haven't been playing on this account today. That's why I got APs there. That's why I got so many APs. Because I've been playing my alt account. Okay. Next things next. Guild. Get yourself, as soon as you, I forget what level it is, it's been so long. Oh, as soon as you can get in a guild, join a guild. And then if your guild sucks, if the guild you join sucks, join a better guild. And participate the F out of that guild. Participate in your guild a lot. If you have lots of extra jade, you can donate to get feat points. I'm actually gonna do this. I'm gonna do it, or to get so the guild medals goes to the guild, but to get feat points, actually the main way you get feat points is over here in the group quests. You're definitely gonna want to do these every day. You can do up to 30 a day. The first 10 gives you double bonus. Like, let's see. I've done 98 quests so far this week. My personal, or the guild that I'm in, requires you to do a bare minimum of 50. Some guilds don't have any requirements. Some guilds have higher requirements. But you definitely want to be in a guild because there's a lot of bonuses. For one thing, you get these feat points by doing those guild quests. Like for instance, I have 206 right now, and I'm going to use them to get a random G6 soul, which is probably going to be crap, but I'm going to do it anyways. See what we get. Soul Taker, defense, speed, and crit. Yeah, it's not too bad. Defense, speed, and crit are fairly okay substats, I guess. I would have liked more, but it's okay. I'll take it. I will take it. So that's the basics of guild. So again, every day you can. I'm going to donate that. I'm going to donate that for medals. So you can donate shards to your guild mates. Some guilds have a limit on how much you can donate. This is for this whole puzzle wish is for like an event that's going on right now. What else? Okay, the mall. Let's go to the mall. Okay, so souls. I already showed you souls. You can buy souls, but it's expensive as hell, and only very, very, very early game, like when you need to pick up a few extra souls if you want a quick little jump and start get yourself some grade 3 souls instead of rolling with the grade 1 and 2s that you pick up. You can pick up you can spend because 600 gold for a grade 3 is not that expensive. You can pick up a few of them, it's fine. I just don't spend too many of your jade on refreshes. And then if you hit general, you can buy a bunch of stuff for jade. Now I'm going to go over, okay, so the permanent jade pouch. Sorry about that, guys, we got interrupted. Anyways, the permanent jade pouch, you got to have 666 jade to buy it. What? But basically what happens is every 6 hours you get 5 jade just given to you for free. Now it takes a little while to pay itself back, but eventually it pays itself back, and there's no reason not to buy it. You should definitely buy it. The AP, you get 100 AP for 60, but the problem is the next time it's every 24, or it's for 24 hours. The next time it'll be 80, then the next time it'll be 100, then it keeps going up by 20. The cost keeps going up by 20, so definitely the first time is worth it. After that, it's up to you. Amulet packs are not worth it, but you want to buy one time, go for it, but it's actually not worth it at all. Good God, don't buy coins. It's so tempting, because you're like, yeah, alright, I'm gonna level up the soul, and damn it, I don't got no coins. Damn it. Oh, I'm just gonna buy some real quick so I can get this done. This game traps you into that. Don't waste your jade on coins. Instead, what you need to do is come over here to souls, hit change, and then hit release, okay? And then go like this, go like this, go like this, go like this. Release yourself some souls that you're not going to use, like I'm not going to use that one. And hit this release button, and it'll give you coins. And if you're lucky, you get something called a super blessing, which I didn't get one. But sometimes you will, and you'll get like stuff for it. You get like special stuff for it, okay? But that, like, seriously, I know you're like, I was just grinding for like 3 hours. You want me to release all those? And they're only gonna give me like a little bit of gold, but you're gonna have to do it eventually, okay? Just trust me. Oops, that's not what I was trying to do. What's going on here? Okay. Anyways. Back to the mall. Next thing, okay, so medals. So you earn medals doing realm raids. I'll show you where you get that stuff. But you're gonna want to buy like all this stuff, okay? Like seriously, you're gonna want to buy your 1 mystery amulet a week. You're gonna want to buy your this is the skill up Daruma. That's how I leveled up my Utengo. You can buy one of those a week. You're gonna want to save up the medals for that. Definitely recommend this. Recommend that. I recommend the challenge passes because you're going to need those eventually. I recommend the Great Daruma. I recommend the Energy. I would say last would be the random G6 Soul for 480. But, I mean, that's like by the week. So, I would focus on the Great Daruma, the Mystery Amulet, and the Skill Daruma first, then the AP, and the challenge passes, and everything else, okay? And then the Broken Amulet and the Base Daruma, there's no limit on how many of those you can buy. So if you have, like, you already bought everything else and you got, like, 10,000 medals that you're just burning a hole in your pocket, go for it. Friend points. So what I was doing with my friends and sending stuff to my friends earlier by hitting these buttons over here, that's how you get friend points, okay? You can spend the friendship points on the stuff that's there. Once a week you can spend 1,000 points and get yourself a Great Daruma, and then when you got left over you can buy other stuff, okay? Honor you get from PvP duels, and you can buy the stuff that's here. I've already bought my Mystery Amulet. I actually don't buy Skill Daruma Shards because it's a shard and you need, like, I don't know, it's like 30 of them to get to fuse to make one, like 30 or 40, I don't remember. I think it's 30 to make one. And I'm like, yeah, I don't think I'm wasting my points on that. Maybe later when I get a higher level. But for right now, I'm mostly focusing on these or these. Romian, maybe later I'll focus on him. He's actually an SSR, the only fusible SSR monster. And then, I already showed you that stuff. You know what we're going to do? Oh yeah, and then Jade. So Jade is the currency. This is confusing as heck, okay? So you can spend real money to buy S-Jade, okay? And then you can convert that into regular Jade, and the conversion is 2 to 1. So you spend 110 Jade to get 220, or S-Jade to get 220 regular Jade, right? So for $10, you basically get 220 Jade. But I don't recommend doing that at all, because you can earn Jade like crazy in this game. You don't even have to buy it, you just need to play the game. If you do spend money on the game, though, there are some things I recommend. One would be this Moonlight Blossom Pack for 50 Jade. You get 700 Jade, so that's totally worth it. Promo pack for beginners, totally worth it. You spend 10 Jade, you get 58, you get all this. It's totally worth it. There's no reason why it wouldn't be worth it. Promo pack 2, for 20 you get all that, totally worth it. And then the amulet pack, one-time thing. For 50 you get 8 amulets, that's not too bad either. That's fairly worth it. This one, you get, for 200 S-Jade, you get 200 regular Jade, and then 30 Jade for a day for 30 days. Totally worth it. This one costs 100, you get 125 for 15 days. Totally worth it. The rest of this crap, not really worth it. I mean, you can look at it and make that decision on your own, but that's how I feel about it. The Mystic, so you can get these Orchi scales or reverse Orchi scales through various means. The reverse Orchi scales you get through releasing souls, grade 5 or grade 6 souls. You have a chance of getting reverse Orchi scales. I'm up to 42, so I'm pretty close. And what this does when you have a exquisite soul box is it lets you pick the soul type and the soul slot. And then it's random what stats you get. What else? Okay. Friends. Why are friends important in this game? Friends are actually very important in this game. For one thing, let's hit friends. You can do this right here. Friend gift bag. For 6 S Jade, which is the kind that you have to buy, you can give your friend a random gift bag. He will get either a skilled Daruma, an experienced Daruma, an AR amulet, a Jade, an AP, or coins. It's pretty random. They usually get either coins or AP for the most part, or sometimes Jade. The other ones are a little bit more rare, but it is possible. But more importantly is, you get 30 Jade for 6. You get 30 Jade. Your friend gets one of these random items, and you spent only 6 S Jade for it. So remember, the conversion was 2 to 1 if you're just buying Jade. So if you went just buying Jade, you would be spending 6 and getting 12. But in this case, you're spending 6 and getting 30. Now, you can only do this 5 times a day, but if you're going to buy Jade, and you're done with all the other packs, this is what you do with your S Jade. You send gifts to your friends. People will like you. You will get more points when you send stuff to them. Like at the beginning, you hit these orange ones, and it gives you 5, or it gives them 5. They send you back the yellow ones, it gives you 5. But then once you become a special friend, because you are sending nice stuff to them a lot, then it goes up to 10 or 15 or whatever. That's the first thing you want to do with friends. You definitely want to do that kind of stuff. Next thing is, if you have a friend who you want to go do some team battles with, you send them this friendship pack for 30 regular Jade, and what happens is you then have to go join them in a team battle in either Souls, Evo, or Exploration, or Kraken, or whatever, 10 times. And then if you do that, you get all 3 of these. You'll get this thing, you get a lightning drum, you get Orchi reverse scales, and you get coins. You both get them. You get them and they get them. So there's no reason not to do that. You can only do that 2 times per day, once with a certain friend, and then a second time you would have to do it with a second friend. But that's per day. Okay? The next thing you're going to want to know about is team. Okay? This, I avoided this for a long time because I didn't know what it was. For one thing, this is where you can go to fight Kraken. I'll just show you. I'm going to hit match. Now you see down here it says about 27 players before you in matching. So basically what it's doing is just put you in a line, and you're waiting in line for your chance to fight Kraken. Like literally, I didn't know about this at all for quite a while, and I was like sitting there in the frickin' chat message waiting for it to say, so-and-so is fighting Kraken, inviting, and I was trying to click on it and trying to jump in that way. Yeah. It was brutal. It was like, nope, you didn't make it. You weren't fast enough. Like all the freaking time. And now you tell me, what is this Kraken you be talking about? So when you're doing exploration zones, wait a minute, that's not where I want to take it. Who do I want to take? Let's take him. When you're doing exploration zones, like, are you awake in there, you guys? Whatevs. When you're doing exploration zones, there is a random chance at the end of the battle fighting the boss that this Kraken is going to show up, okay? When Kraken shows up, everybody wants to fight him. Now, he is expensive. He costs 30 AP just to fight one time. But the rewards are fairly high. Okay, for one thing, You see this cowardly dive. When Kraken's hit points reach 40%, he temporarily abandons ship for 2 turns. The more damage you deal on the ship while Kraken is hidden, the more rewards you will receive. So as soon as he's disappeared now, right? So that means we want to do as much damage as we possibly can. And we should just barely be able to... Damn it, we didn't kill him. Usually we can kill him while he's gone. But anyways, so he's dead now. So now the thing with him is you get lots and lots of souls. I'll show you. So you get some Evo materials. You get a crap ton of coins. I got 9,000 coins. And I got a shadow attack bonus, and I got, let's see, what's this? It's a hit point bonus, so that's a crap soul. So I'll end up releasing or feeding that soul. Probably releasing that one because it's grade 5. But you pop your experience bonus, you take somebody with you that needs to be leveled up and have them observe off to the side, and he gets good experience too. So Kraken gives good experience, he gives good souls. And you can only, now the thing though is you can only do that once per hour. See, now it says 59 minutes and 10 seconds or whatever. You cannot join a match. See, it says cooling down. You cannot join another Kraken match for another hour. But what you can do is go and then do exploration zones. And if you happen to find your own Kraken, there is no limit to that. Just be aware, again, that it costs 30 AP. So you can burn through AP really fast fighting Kraken. So, like, now sometimes you're in there doing exploration zones for like 3 hours and you don't see Kraken at all. And then other times you're like, every frickin' time you clear an exploration zone, there's Kraken again. And it's because you only got like 20 AP left, and there he is. Again, and again, and again, and again, and again, and again. And you're just trying to get your exploration zone stuff done. And trying to, like, get some fodder. And he, like, won't leave you alone. Okay, next thing is next. PvP. 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 Okay. Okay. So, realm raids. PvP. So, okay, real quick. Back to guilds. So this is another reason why you need to get guild. Because you can't set a realm defense like this if you're not in a guild. So you come over here, you hit defense lineup, you pick your Shikigami. I'm keeping her. You come over here, you set your defense monsters, whoever you want. And you place them, and then when somebody comes across your name, that is the team that they will fight against. Wait a minute. Oh, wait, yeah, no. That's right. It looked like, yeah, I keep forgetting. She has a soul set. It just looks weird. Anyways. So, that's how you set your realm defense. And then you can come over here and do realm raids. So I have, down here you can see I have 2 realm rage challenge passes, which is not very much. I'm sure my guild is done killing. Those guys are probably too strong. But it doesn't matter, we won. So you can come over here and try your luck against random other players. And this is, so this is you against the computer controlling them. Okay, so I'll just do this as an example. So he beat me on speed, I'm going to lose. Okay, because that's the way my team is built. It's built on speed. He happened to have a faster monster than I did. The chances of me winning this are like slim to none. Well, we'll try it, see what happens. He didn't do as much damage as I thought he was going to. A lot of times when I get outsped, that means I lose. But we might have a chance here. Let's see what happens. Now my big hitter right here. We're close, but I think that guy's gonna kill me. Oh, look, we can kill him. Hey, look, we won the battle. I thought for sure I was gonna lose that one, but guess not. Yay, so that's PvP, and you can earn medals this way. This is the best way to earn medals, is in realm raids. Okay? And then every 3 realm raids, you see it'll pop this open. So if you win 3 realm raids, you get 2 medals and 2 extra medals and 5 jades. You win 6, you get 4 extra medals and a broken amulet. You win 9, you get 10 extra medals and 10 extra jade. And then if you like get to the point where you just can't beat it, you just refresh it. Okay? And then if you want to, you can look at your defense log to see how often you were successful or failed, and you can even like watch it. Like, I lost this one. I'm just gonna I can hit. Oh, wait, what? Oh, replay cannot be saved. Anyways, whatever. So that's where you go to earn medals. You hit this realm raid button down here. Shards. That's if a lot of time. Okay, so there is a Momo you can hit to get shards. Right now, it's for 55 minutes. I can hit challenge and go to it. But if I was interested in Momo shards, I'm not. Challenge passes, Shikigami challenge passes are something you can. I remember I showed you. You can buy them for medals, or you can sometimes randomly find them. You can use them to fight challenge monsters. Like, so for instance, here I'm gonna hit challenge. I'm going to hit Kamatachi and hit challenge. And this is important because I need Kamatachi shards. And this is one of the ways you can get shards. Why? I'm totally not bringing the right team here, but I wasn't paying attention. This is definitely the wrong team. But it doesn't matter because we're going to win still. Because my Utengo is going to crush these losers. But that's one of the ways where you can farm shards. Okay? Okay. Okay. Faux show. Faux show. And of course, souls. Now the other thing with souls, so like, occasionally, once you hit level 5, souls, Orchi has a chance to drop these, okay? So like, if you see up here, I have 2 anger passes, right? So there's greed, there's anger, and there's foolery. I have not actually come across a foolery scroll yet, but this drops better. Okay, even the greed one drops better souls than what Orchi does, and it also has a chance to drop ones that you can't get anywhere. So the Tree Nymph, Soul's Edge, and Senecio are all souls that you can only get here. They're all dropped by these guys. I'll just do one of these real quick. I'll hit challenge. When you randomly get one of these for Orchi, the first time you get them, you might potentially not be strong enough. God damn it, I didn't bring the right team again. Well, we'll just let it go and see what happens. Might be alright. But you definitely, as soon as you are able to, want to get through these. And you're gonna, when you first come here, you're definitely gonna need a heal. You're definitely gonna need a healer because it's a bit on the time-consuming side trying to get through this, and it takes the boss stage monsters have a lot of health, and it's made like 10 times easier by having Seductress, because with high attack power, because you can do quite a bit of damage that way. But yeah, these guys, they got a lot of health. So that's my crappy Utengo. When my other one goes, you know, I'm just going to put this on manual a second here. See, when he goes, if you watch his attack, see, it was like, every once in a while you notice like a really high number in there that's not in yellow. That's what happens when the seductress effect triggers. Oh, she's on normal. I can't have that. We're gonna end up dying that way. And I'm gonna have, you know what I'm gonna have, actually, I should probably have the healer selected so that my extra skill, my Onmyoji has a skill that she can, once in a, like every 2 or 3 turns, she can randomly pick one of the Shikigami and make them automatically have another turn. I usually set that to my heavy hitting Otengo, but I think I need to set it over to my healer just to make sure we don't die. Yeah, these guys are a little bit harder to kill. It takes a little bit more time. And don't turn on, if you get the bonus for that makes Orchi drop better materials, don't turn it on for these guys, because at least in my experience, it doesn't seem to make them drop better stuff or more stuff. At least the couple of times I tried it, it didn't seem like it worked. So I would save that for just specifically fighting Orchi. Alright, so let's see what we got. Yeah, those were okay. Yeah, hit point bonus. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. Worth keeping. Maybe. So there's that. Evo materials, I talked about that already. So exploration zones. So like with, oh, I know what I didn't talk about. I didn't talk about quests. The daily quests are here, so you hit quests, and then here, and you're gonna want to do all of those every day, because if you complete them all, you get 20 jade. The 3 exploration zones, you get 20 AP, so you get your AP right back. You also get Demon Parade, which I'll show you a little bit later. So you want to do your daily quests every day. If you actually focus on them, it'll probably only take you like an hour to get all of them done. They're pretty easy. And then achievements, you're going to want to look at this every once in a while and just read the achievement list and see what kind of stuff you can do to earn like mystery amulets for summoning and stuff. Oh, I know, summoning. Oh, okay, I gotta jump back over to the other account because I got some summons to do on the other account. Okay. So back to the alt account. So let's go over here for summons. So let's do this one real quick. Boop, boop, boop. Okay, so those are the junk and broken amulets. You can only get up to a rare from these. These ones, however, have the ability to give you a rare, a super rare, or a super super rare. You can draw whatever symbol you like. Again, the game I think recommends you to draw a star, but the truth is you can just draw whatever you feel like. And it doesn't really matter because the game's just going to give you crap anyway because it doesn't like you. Because you're ugly. Aha, that's right, I said it. But the truth is the game gives you the best stuff if you draw phallic stuff. Like that. That's how you get the best stuff. Just like that. Trust me. Here we go. I'm wrong. I'm totally wrong. Totally wrong. Totally wrong. Totally junk. You draw whatever the heck you feel like it. I don't think it actually has any bearing on anything, but you're gonna get crap no matter what. Oops. And then there's this SSR thing, which is almost, it's a special event. It's almost over. After you did 100 summons, you have a guaranteed SSR. I'm not going to make it on this account, I can tell, because I'm not spending any money. Oh, sweet. I got, some talent. So you can hit release and release your, monsters if you want for points. I'm not doing that right now. And then you can exchange those points. Like, let's say if I had 1,200 of these points, I could get me a grade 5 Daruma. Or if I had 1,500, I could get a shill. You get yourself a skill Daruma. For right now, I'm just gonna go for seductress. I'm gonna go for that slot. Attack bonus. I'm gonna go for the slot. Defense bonus. Bleh. Bleh. Do it again. Hit point bonus. Bleh. Crap. Crap. You get junk. Junky junk. Bobunk. Banana fanafo funk. Alright. Last thing I wanted to talk about is, so after you get your seal stuff done, that's where these, co-op, or these seal quests, these two happen to both be co-op quests, although these two were not co-ops. Those were just singles. And basically all you have to do is just go into the oh my god, I can't talk. Go into the exploration zones, find those monsters, and kill however many you said. Like for right here, I needed a KO 6 total Akashitas. And I'm like, whoa, I've got 3 dead already. Where do I gotta go to fight them though? So you just tap on it. Look, chapter 3 or chapter 10. And then like this one, chapter 3 or chapter 12. So they're both chapter 3. So I'm going to chapter 3, man. I don't know about y'all. And then the other thing I should do is probably invite somebody to this. Like that. Like that. Like that. Like that. Hit invite. And hope that one of them accepts. No? Not accepting? Oh, she knows. Oh no. Oh well. Anyway. Wait, what? Oh, okay. So somebody accepted. So, and then, like, you complete the quest, and then you can collect whatever the rewards are. Random shard and, like, coins. Or sometimes it's jade, or sometimes it's APs. But I'll show you real quick. I'll go over to chapter 3. I hit explore. Come over here and look. You can even see which ones you're supposed to fight. It even puts a thing above their head that shows you which ones you're supposed to fight. Then you go in, and you fight them, and blah, 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 and yeah, you win. I said, yeah, you win. Why you ain't listening to me, game, huh? I feel like I should be switching back to my other account because this is taking too long with these weak-ass players. Oh, great. And there's another dude. Oh, great. Just wonderful. Just freaking wonderful. So, anyways. So you see down here, it shows you at the end, you only got 2 left. But I'm not doing all that stuff right now. I'm not doing all that stuff while I'm recording. But you're going to want to do your wanted quests. They pop up a couple times a day. So those are totally worth it. The other things you can do, at specific times of the day. Co-op duels are only on weekends. That's where you and either a friend or a random other player can join teams and fight against other players. The hunt is available from 1900 until 2100 Eastern Standard Time on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It's I forget what they call it. Don't remember. Well, okay, so Monday through Thursday, it's one of the Karen bosses picked by your guild leader or guild officer, and then everybody can jump in, and then the other one, it's basically like you're just going through and trying to see how many floors worth of monsters you can kill. From 5 to 10 Eastern Standard Time, you can do Demon Encounter. You basically go to this map, you hit your demon encounter radar button, and randomly like one of like 5 things pops up. It's either a boss, or it's a player's realm, or it's like a treasure box, or it's like a mystery ticket or something like that. Okay, and then from 12 to 1 or 8 to 9 Eastern Standard Time, you can do single player duels and fight live battles basically against other players. It's pretty fun, and you can earn honor that way. Demon Parade, I'll do one real quick. Just do one real quick. It doesn't really matter. You can pick whoever you feel like you want. Hit start. And then basically what happens is you throw beans to try to get monsters to join you. So like this guy, I'm going to tap like a bunch of times to try to get him. Didn't work. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. It's like, the Demon Parade's kind of like maddening in some ways, because like one time you'll like go in there and you'll like, oh, okay, you're gonna want to hit these bonuses too. You'll like freaking pull shards every single time you throw beans at somebody, and the next time you like throw beans like 900,000 times. Okay, so that's a chance up. That's a slow. That makes your beans go faster. You always want to pay attention to them bonuses, okay? And get those. Ooh, look, kind of touchy. I'm not gonna get them. Oh, now I'm out of beans. So, those are the shards I got. And then, you bring in a player with you when you do it. Like, you hit this, and you take somebody with you. They usually will get some shards too. So, that's another thing, you help your buddy out. Yay. Yay, I'm going to donate that to that guy. Yay. I'm going to donate that to her, because I like medals. And then I'm going to go like this and say thank you for the stuff. How close am I to be making another Katachi? Kamatachi? Kachatumi? I can't remember. Where the hell did he go? Where the hell did he go? I got 3. That sucks. How well did I explain rare, super rare, super rare? Like, for the most part, super rare monsters are better. Super rare monsters are okay, are good. Okay, neutral monsters are crap. You use them for fodder. Okay, neutral monsters are junk. You use them for fodder. You feed them to whatever. You can level them up if you want, but only because you're planning to feed them, just like you would feed a Daruma. Neutral monsters are basically like Darumas. Or end monsters are like Darumas, okay? Yeah, some of them are going to be okay. Like, he has a defense skill. Or, like, I think, is Tessa, I can't remember. Is Tessa a rare or neutral? Maybe. I don't remember. But he gives you, like, more coins. And, I don't know. And then rare monsters, some of them are good, some of them are bad. And like all monsters, some of them are good, some of them are bad. You just gotta pay attention to the skills and see what you like. And think about your team. Build yourself a team, okay? Like, I'm working on a team here, but I don't know, like, see, the thing with this team, like, his main attack doesn't use any orbs, her main attack doesn't use any orbs. She provides orbs. I almost feel like I don't need this dude. Like, I feel like I don't need this dude. Because he provides orbs, but... She provides orbs, but not quite as good as he does. But I feel like I've got too many orbs. I almost think I want to take him out and just put in another attacker. Like, I'm going to bring her for speed. I'm going to bring her for speed, and I'm going to bring her for orbs and attack backup. And then I'm going to bring 3 single target attackers. I think that's what I'm doing on this team, on this account. I think that's what I'm doing. Until, like, I come up with a better plan. But for right now, that's going to work. Because it's still early, but this is a pretty low-level account still. Alright, well, that's all I got, you guys. I mean, that super short, like, nothing video. That's all I got. It was easy. Right? You guys are, like, bored already, huh? Anyways, if the video helped you out, please subscribe and give the video a like. Subscribe because I'm going to keep bringing you more content every day. And give the video a like because I'm an awesome guy. And I'm, like, super attractive, can't you tell? Alright, guys, take it easy. Peace.